The 2018 NFL draft class has had a considerable amount of influence across the league with regard to the quarterback position. The Cleveland Browns selected Baker Mayfield out of Oklahoma with the first overall pick. But what if they opted for a different passer who became one of the NFL's elite quarterbacks? This is PFF Rewrites. 5 quarterbacks were selected in the first round of the 2018 NFL Draft. The first among them was Baker Mayfield, chosen by the Cleveland Browns. Mayfield performed well for them as he recorded an 83.2 PFF grade in his rookie season and helped the team break their long playoff drought in 2020. After an injury-riddled fourth season in 2021, Cleveland lost faith in Mayfield's ability to play at an elite level and shipped him out in favor of Deshaun Watson. Meanwhile, another passer who was selected in the top 10 of that draft has become one of the NFL's elite players. Josh Allen, the 7th overall pick in the 2018 draft, has led the Buffalo Bills to heights they hadn't seen in roughly 30 years. At the time he was selected, he was considered the most raw of all the quarterback prospects. Buffalo's patience and development of Allen has paid off as he has recently won his first MVP award and became the first quarterback in PFF history to record at least a 90 PFF grade in 5 straight seasons. What would have happened if the Browns had enough foresight to take the gamble on Allen's massive potential? Let's first consider the scenarios that would have taken place at the top of the NFL draft. Not only would the Browns' fortunes have changed, but if we assume that the rest of the first-round quarterbacks are drafted in the same order, then the New York Jets would have selected Baker Mayfield with the 3rd overall pick, and the Buffalo Bills would have selected USC's Sam Darnold 7th. Josh Allen's first 2 years may not have gone so differently considering he only recorded a 60 passing grade across his first 2 seasons. He led Buffalo to the playoffs in 2019, but that foundation of that team was their excellent defense. It wasn't until his 3rd season, with a few changes to the roster and coaching staff, that Allen began to excel. That timeline may have worked out perfectly if Allen were in Cleveland as well. Despite Mayfield's best efforts, the Browns went 13-18-1 in his first 2 seasons. It wasn't until they hired future 2-time NFL Coach of the Year Kevin Stefanski in 2020 that the offensive operation took off in Cleveland. If Allen played in Cleveland, he likely would have still struggled given the instability of Cleveland's coaching staff through his first 2 seasons. However, Stefanski is one of the league's best offensive play callers. Mayfield earned the best passing grade of his career in 2020, his first season playing for Stefanski. Armed with the NFL's best offensive line, an elite running back in Nick Chubb, and the dynamic receiving duo of Jarvis Landry and Odell Beckham Jr., Allen could have taken a similar leap in 2020 in Cleveland as he did in Buffalo, provided he continued to correct his mechanical flaws. Allen's 90.3 PFF grade in 2020 actually surpassed Mayfield's 85.7 grade. Perhaps Allen would have made the difference in Cleveland's near upset of the Kansas City Chiefs in the divisional round of the 2020 postseason. From there, it's entirely plausible to think that the Browns could have made a run to face Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the Super Bowl. Consider also that the biggest reason Tampa Bay dominated the Chiefs in that Super Bowl is that Kansas City's offensive line was in shambles. At the time that Cleveland played that divisional round game, 4 of the 5 starters on the NFL's highest-graded offensive line were still healthy. A more fair fight in the trenches could have positioned the Browns to win a Super Bowl that season. 2 factors regarding Josh Allen could have made the Browns perennial contenders after that: his performance and his durability. Keep in mind that Mayfield was dealing with a shoulder injury in 2021 that led to subpar production. Meanwhile, Allen has not missed a game due to injury since his rookie season and has found a way to play through multiple injuries throughout his career. With a healthy quarterback in Allen, who ranked 3rd among qualified passers with a 90.9 PFF grade in 2021, and a defense that improved from 20th to 4th in PFF grade, the Browns could have been Super Bowl contenders again that season. That begins to take on a more realistic form considering that star edge rusher Myles Garrett has always been a thorn in the side of the Cincinnati Bengals, who represented the AFC in the Super Bowl that season. Perhaps it would have been Allen and the Browns who were the biggest threats to the Chiefs' dynastic run of 3 straight Super Bowl appearances from 2022 to 2024. During that time, Allen has led an elite offensive attack that has been able to keep up with Kansas City in their head-to-head matchups. Cleveland's defense is also graded out significantly higher than Buffalo's during that time, primarily due to the presence of Myles Garrett. The Browns also would not have been so desperate to resolve Mayfield's situation by trading for Deshaun Watson, whose current contract is a huge reason the franchise has fallen into a rut. Even if they had not yet won a Super Bowl with Allen as their quarterback, they would have had greater financial flexibility to build around him and at least gotten proper value with regards to performance when Allen signed his own massive deal. As we have learned from his time in Buffalo, Josh Allen could make any team an instant Super Bowl contender in his current form. Since 2020, he owns the highest PFF grade in the NFL. He's become one of the league's premier dual-threat playmakers who gives his team a chance to win any game. With a better defense to support his elite offensive production, Cleveland can only dream of the potential outcomes they could have seen with Josh Allen as the franchise quarterback.